Come with me and let me show you around my loft. Wrap a virtual arm around me because I'm going to need all of those hugs. This is going to be a tough series of declutters for me. There is quite a bit up in that loft, and it's also a bit of a pig to get into and get around. It could be worse. We do have a ladder in the loft, so I'm on a step ladder here. The hatch is a little bit annoying. My husband always laughs at me because I struggle to get this back in, but I get it out okay, struggle to get it back in. So we have a ladder, we have no light. That's the first issue when it comes to loft. So I'm using the light on my phone actually for this. I don't think it was too bad to show you what we're facing. So here I'm literally standing in the loft hatch. I'm not like fully in the loft to show you just kind of what I'm met with when I get in the loft. So it got Christmas decorations here, and arguably Christmas decorations don't need to be like the nearest thing to the loft hatch. So that's something that I'm going to think about as well, is like where I reposition things. We've got Easter and Halloween decorations there. I've got kids' clothes mostly behind me here, memory boxes. So everyone has got a memory box in the house with stuff in, and that is going to be a whole kind of issue in itself for me to sort through. My wedding dress is hanging up there. I'm not sure that in the loft is the best place for my wedding dress. And then behind here, we've got yet more stuff. So we have, let me haul myself in here. Look, you can see this is one of the issues. So the loft is partially boarded, but most of the boards are either unstable or they are broken. So the boards at the back are kind of the best because we're not in that area as much. We have some space here. So we do have some space at the back of the loft. I need to reorganize things. I need to be putting things like Christmas decorations should really be, I think, in their space because, you know, we don't need those all year round. Kids' clothes, yeah, that they should be like easily, you know, grabbable because I'm constantly swapping the kids from one size clothing to another. Here is what like the process of sorting out stuff from my loft, getting stuff down looked like. At one point, my little girl's room looked like this. So what I am doing is basically just bringing down like a bunch of stuff, and then I will go through it, and then we'll get a bunch more stuff and just do it bit by bit because I cannot get everything from the loft down at once. I don't think it would be safe with the kids. My kids are so young, 6, 4 and 2. I don't want to have loads of stuff downstairs for them to get into. Yeah, it's going to be too overwhelming. So it did actually take me quite a while to get this stuff down from the loft. I got it down during a lunch break. It sat upstairs until after the kids were in bed. And now we're going to tackle it. No, I'm starting out. I'm just going to put some stuff that I know I don't want over to one side. So I'm going to have one side stuff that will be donated, on one side for stuff that needs to go in the bin. Now, one of these cushions had clearly been nibbled at by an animal. I'm going to say a rat. We had an issue where we had these cushions stored in our shed because they were cushions for our outdoor chairs that we no longer have. So I know I don't need them. And yeah, we had some rats in the shed. So anything fabric, they started to get out. And I think we just grabbed those, chucked them in the loft, and I obviously hadn't checked properly enough. One of them had been damaged. The other two are fine. We can donate those. One was clearly damaged. That has to go. So what I've done to start with the loft is when I was up there, I had a look around, I opened up some boxes, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to start with the stuff that I feel like is going to be pretty easy. And I have done that on purpose to give me momentum. If you're starting like a major declutter of an area, start with some easy stuff to get you going. If you start with hard stuff, it might put you off. So I brought down some bags of toys. These are not toys that I have put up in the loft recently. So if you've been watching my other declutters, when I was doing a bunch of toy declutters, I sorted out bags and boxes of toys, which I put in the loft. So the idea being, leave them there, reassess them in like 6 months' time, and then if the kids haven't asked for them, they haven't missed them, or I don't want to rotate them out for something we have like downstairs in our toy area, then they go. But these are toys that I sorted out ages ago. So I put these toys up maybe even a year or over a year ago. And I put them up because I was like, well, my boys were not using them. They kind of grown out of them. But my youngest was too young for me to decide like whether it be something she'd like. So, you know, and here we go. This bag had broken. So the stickle bricks are just poured down on me. So the stickle bricks is a great example of a toy that the boys, my cousin bought those for the boys, and I thought it was a great toy. Like, I love the stickle bricks. I find playing with the stickle bricks very therapeutic. The boys didn't take to them, and I think it might be because they have magnetic tiles and they love building stuff with those. And this was another building thing that they just didn't get into them. So I thought, you know what? I love the stickle bricks. Stickle bricks are a great toy. I'm going to put the stickle bricks up in the loft, and then we'll see if my youngest is keen on them. So I thought this is a no-brainer. I want to rotate these back in as a toy, see, you know, if they want to play with that, and maybe even the boys will want to play with it. But then we have other toys like this game. I just thought this game was a bit naff, and you know, it's not one for us, but somebody else might get a real, like, you know, good time out of it. So they can go to the charity shop. All of these toys are in good condition. They are all donatable. None of them are broken. You know, I put them away because I thought that the kids might want them back out. So they can all be donated. And have a big bag of Duplo. My little girl was bought some Duplo a while ago now, and she did not enjoy playing with it. She did not get into it. I have a theory. I think that when you have older siblings and you have all their toys around, they're much more exciting. So I feel like after the first, you know, that other younger kiddos, when they have an older sibling, they like bypass a whole bunch of toddler toys and move straight on to the bigger kid toys. I feel like this Bluey toy is kind of a lesson for me in not buying stuff just because your kid shows an interest in something. Like, I want to buy my kids stuff immediately that they show any interest in it. So for example, you know, they play with a toy at a friend's house and they really enjoy playing with it. Then I'll be like, oh, I must get that for them for their next birthday, Christmas, or whatever, or I'll look online and see if I can find one secondhand locally and get them the toy. I kind of did this a bit with Playmobil. So my sister had a load of Playmobil for my nephews, and then when my kids were over visiting, they were loving the Playmobil. So as soon as we got home, I started scouring Facebook Marketplace. I found somebody locally who was selling 2 massive bin bags full of Playmobil for like peanuts. About 30 quid, I got loads and loads of Playmobil. And then we just ended up with so much Playmobil. And like, we really didn't need that much. Like, or did we even need, you know, they do enjoy some of the Playmobil, absolutely. But like, we had a lot. And I definitely do this with toys, with the Bluey, you know, they enjoyed watching Bluey on TV. And so I made it a mission to buy a Bluey toy when it came to my middle kiddo's birthday a couple of years ago. And he just never played with that toy. Like, he was not interested in it. He's not neither of my boys have been big into cars and trucks and the kind of like vehicles. My nephews have definitely been into vehicles. I think you have kids that are into Lego, you have kids that are into the vehicles, some that are into the animals, and my kids were just not into the vehicles. And I feel like, bar a couple of the like remote control cars, I could get rid of all of the vehicle toys and that would be fine. They wouldn't miss them. Maybe a bin lorry could stay. But yes, so that one is a great toy. It's a lovely toy. It's also in great condition because it has not been played with and it will make somebody else very happy. I had a moment where I said to my husband, like, should we keep it? Should I see if my youngest is into it? And he's just like, no, they don't want it. Just that, you know what to do. So that one has gone. And so we also have a really massive bag of Duplo, which can go to my friend's kids. So I sent her a couple of pictures and she replied with like, yes, absolutely, we would love these. So I sorted the toys into 2 bags. I used the bags that I put to one side for the recycling, so I reused those, and then I ended up with 3 like sets of really nice toys to give to my friend for her kiddo, and everything else is going to go to the charity shop. And one thing I did after I filmed this video is I put everything in the car immediately. I did not do this with my last declutter. I did like this crazy speed declutter and I got rid of so much stuff, but a lot of it I was listing locally for people locally to like give away for free. And it took like days for people to get back to me if they wanted stuff. I'm still having discussions with people about a suitcase, this little suitcase that I sorted out. Do they want it? Do they not want it? and the suitcase stuck around, and it was annoying. It was in our utility room, which is very small, so long that my husband put it back in the cupboard, not realising that I was getting rid of it. And I sorted out a little ride-on bus, and my kids started to play with it again. So I have now put the ride-on bus and these toys I sorted out in this video into the back of my car so that I can take them to my friends, take them to the charity shop, and so that the kids won't go through them again, and put the toys back in circulation. So here's everything we're keeping. Here are the things that we are keeping and we're going to start playing with again, see if the kids are enjoying. And here's everything that I got rid of. So much stuff, like so much stuff. That big bag is empty. I put the cushions back in that, ready to see if anyone wants it locally, I can give it away. The shoe rack, I put that on locally as well. All of this stuff here is rubbish. So damaged cushion, damaged box, that stuff can go in the bin, but really not very much is going in the bin. Most of this stuff is going to be recycled, going to my friend's kiddo or go to someone locally. The bags will be used to put stuff in, to give away. Everything will get reused there in that pile. So I am super pleased with this. Great start. Tomorrow I will try and get some more stuff out the loft, and we will do round 2. It's going to take quite a while to get through everything. I also have managed to get rid of, well, I say get rid of, we'll use it, I think, empty out a plastic box, and that will be really handy as I come to organise other things. I know there's stuff in the loft that needs to be going in boxes, so I will see you in the next one. Bye.